What's good, folks? It's your brother, Mad Black, the most dangerous, most toxic black male on the internet, and I am black up in your face again with some more pro-black commentary. So I saw the brother Harvey Superboy, and he's changed his channel to Your World, but I saw his video that he talked about the molestation scandal that's still going on Saturday Night Live, and that is of one Horatio Sanz and how he molested a young girl when she was 17 years old at an SNL party. And now she's coming back and accusing him of doing all this nasty stuff to her when she was a child. Not just doing that stuff, but grooming her even before that. Okay. And she's also starting to name some of the SNL cast members who were there at the time who knew that this stuff was going on and said and did nothing. Okay, so first, just let me say this. Thank you to Mr. Superboy. He's actually one of my main inspirations for doing YouTube videos in the first place. Like, I saw one of his videos way back, I want to say 2013, and I just saw that and I was like, wow, this is a regular brother just like me. We come from the same time period, raised in very similar circumstances. He is a big comic book fan just like I am. And he just gets online and speaks his feelings and tells it like it is, and just from his perspective. I was like, hell, I can do that too. So just saying, give that brother his flowers while he's here and say thank you to him, because I know he hasn't just inspired me. I'm sure he's inspired other YouTubers as well. So to Mr. Superboy, I just want to say thank you for that. Okay. But he was talking about this on his YouTube channel the other day, and I'll post a link in the description box to his video so you folks can check it out for yourselves. But I had actually talked about this on my old channel, like when the story first broke, where the accuser, and she's still calling herself Jane Doe. She doesn't want to reveal her identity at this point, but I would assume if you did some harder research, you can narrow it down and figure out who she is, because I'm sure there's pictures or something out there. But this woman accused the cast member Horatio Sanz of first grooming her online, like he would chat with her online. Well, let me start from the beginning. They met because she had a Saturday Night Live fan website way back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, by the way. So for some people, they might not get that. Like they said, like, why would a celebrity contact someone who has a fan site? But back then, that was rare. To even have a website, period, that you made was rare. So that's how it got their attention in the first place. I'm just letting you know the time period so you understand how this all came together. So she made the fan site, and both Horatio Sanz and Jimmy Fallon contacted her, and they started inviting her to like the tapings of Saturday Night Live. They started taking her to the parties and whatnot. Horatio Sanz started talking to her online. And like I said, first he started grooming her online. Like every time they talked online or in chat, it would always steer towards something sexual. And she was a child at this time. They met when she was 15. And then he started taking her to parties when she was 17. And these Hollywood parties like SNL, they got drugs, cocaine, ecstasy, alcohol, everything else going on at these parties. Sex and everything else. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, basically. And he has a 17-year-old there. And they said that he would grope her breast, grope her backside, that he would make her sit on his lap, and that he actually penetrated her. He basically fingered her while they were sitting on a couch. And several of the cast members saw this, including Tina Fey, Rachel Dratch, and Seth Meyers. Okay? They all saw this happening, and they did nothing about it. In fact, anytime these fools, when it's, Harvey Superboy brought this up, is these fools are great for making jokes about other folks, especially black folks. They like making jokes about Bill Cosby. They tear him down, call him a rapist and everything else. They tear down even their own cast members, like, what's his name? Tracy Morgan, when he got in his situation. They wagged their finger at him and made him kowtow and apologize for making a joke on stage. I thought we were all comedians and appreciated the jokes, but apparently not. But they attacked him for his jokes and made jokes about him. They've attacked people like Eddie Murphy. They've attacked black legends in comedy, people who are black comedians who are way funnier than all the cast members who have ever appeared on Saturday Night Live. But because they're white, they get these opportunities. You know, like I said, a lot of these people that were on this particular cast went on to bigger, better fame. Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers got their own show. Tina Fey played the whole I'm nerdy and sexy at the same time, even though she's not. She played the whole MILF thing going on, right? And she became famous later on, Amy Poehler as well. So they all went on to have greater fame. And at no point, even when these accusations came out, I have heard no one say, hey, what do you got to say about your former cast member? You know, he raped a girl at a party. Were you there? I haven't heard that question yet. And I want to hear that, because when a black person is accused of something, anyone who's had anything to do with that black person has to explain themselves. Remember when Bill Cosby first got accused, everybody who was ever even casted on the Cosby Show got questioned about Bill Cosby. Hey, did you see anything? Were you there when he molested, when he raped some girl? Did he give you drugs? It's like these people worked with him. They weren't hanging out with him. They weren't at parties with him. Most of them were children. So of course they weren't in the same circles. A lot of the accusations happened before Cosby even did the Cosby Show. So how would they even know if any of that actually happened? You know what I'm saying? But they kept asking them. Some of them started cooning, like what's his name? C. Joseph Phillips, who was basically a Cosby wannabe, and Cosby gave him an opportunity, and he started talking mess, talking about Cosby drugged and raped one of his friends, and he didn't say anything. Okay, Negro. So Cosby raped and molested your friend, drugged and raped her, and you did nothing. You kept on working with him and speaking highly of him. But now that the accusations have reached a crescendo, now you want to say something? That's like, you're nothing but a coward. That's what you are. A coward and a buffoon. I can't stand dudes like that. Then they want to act brave when it's safe to be brave. That's not bravery. That's nothing but the actual definition of being a coward. But anyway, you know, like I said, everyone else had to explain away their relationship with Bill Cosby, whether they knew him good or just worked with him or whatever. Any interaction with him, then people had to say something, right? Or some of these black folks would get in front of white people and say, "Oh yeah, I heard about him doing this stuff all the time," and I just said nothing until it became popular to say, which is nonsense. But like I said, you know, the Black Authority always says, just put a black person in front of white people, and you'll hear what their true feelings are. They'll start get the buck dancing. But none of these white cast members had to do the same for Horatio Sanz, who was accused of molesting a young girl. And now this court case is getting closer, and she's starting to name names of people who saw it. I want to hear what if they get people ask them the same questions that they asked the cast members who worked with Cosby, or are they going to throw Horatio Sanz under the bus the way they threw Tracy Morgan under the bus? I want to see that. I want to see what chubby ass Kenan Thompson has to say. His punk ass. He's one of the ultimate buck dancers. They had him on Saturday Night Live for damn near several decades, it seemed like. And he just barely got his own show. I don't even know if that stuff is still on. Is it? You have to let me know. But he's buck dancing for a minute on Saturday Night Live. That's what these black cast members get. They get on there and they get treated like a damn token the whole time, and the butt of every damn joke. But they stay there and take it, and they just think white folks and Lauren Michaels is just going to pat them on the head and take care of them, I guess. It's like, don't worry, little Negro, I'll give you a show someday. Just get out there and keep on buck dancing for me, please. You gotta get out there and tear down other black people. You and what's the other one's name? The female's name. Leslie Jones. You get out there and buck dance for me and tear down black folks, and one day I'll give you your own job. I'll give you your own TV show. Don't worry about it. Your career is safe with me, Negro. So that's what those fools did. So, you know, I'm going to post a link to, like I said, Harvey Superboy's video. I'll post a link to the article talking about some of the other famous people named in this allegation that actually witnessed the groping and the digital penetration. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about it in the comment section. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on these devils' back. Also, if you want to see my old video about Horatio Sanz, I will upload it to my Patreon account. So for those who follow me here, if you want a little bit extra from Mad Black TV, if you want classic content as well as exclusive content, as well as exclusive cartoons that can be seen nowhere else on the internet, go ahead and join my Patreon. It's only $5 a month and you can get everything. Or you can just do the $3 a month and just get the cartoons. But I don't think $5 a month is too bad for all that you're going to get as far as content wise. There's already lots of stuff on there that you can download. But like I said, this video that I just did about Horatio Sanz, I did a video about him, like I said, 2 years ago that you guys can go watch right now and download it to your device from my Patreon. So just so you guys know, the links will be in the description box as well as the comment section. Anyway, Mad Black, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Peace.